This week on StarCap, Vybz Kartel fans sent into a panic, Nesbeth stranded overseas, student beaten in viral video speaks out, Montego Bay residents forced to wait for ambulance that didn't come, and in the Dear Pastor review, girlfriend too secretive about money. Hey Star Fam, I'm Jaleen, and welcome to another week of StarCap, a recap of the big stories that lit your attention this week. Fans of dancehall artiste Adidja Palmer, more commonly known as Vybz Kartel, were sent into a panic this week after media outlets incorrectly reported that the Privy Council had denied the Gaza Boss's request to appeal his 2014 murder conviction. Many die-hearted Empire fans had given up all hope as they were sure this was the final nail in the coffin for the dancehall hero. But hope was soon restored after the Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, clarified that Kartel's main appeal is yet to be heard. You could feel the collective self-relief from Gaza fans near and far. Speaking of relief, reggae entertainer Nesbeth is also counting his blessings after narrowly escaping what he says was a disastrous series of events that almost left him stranded in Kenya. Nesbeth, who just completed the first leg of his tour in Europe and Africa, said his former booking agent, Raymond Shadow Small, is the one to blame for the disaster, describing Small as arrogant and incompetent. Whatever the situation is, we're just glad the My Dream singer made it home safe. Tyree Green, the autistic student who was seen being beaten in a viral video by fellow students, says he is still feeling pain from the encounter and not just physically. The 21-year-old says he has not returned to school as he is fearful of what could happen to him following the incident. What's worse, this is not the first time something like this has happened. Tyree's family members say they are cut up about the situation and are looking for justice to be served. On the other side of the island in Whitehouse, St. James, a vacationing emergency medical technician (EMT) and community residents say they waited over 30 minutes in the sun for an ambulance that did not come. They needed one to transport a fruit vendor who had been struck by a speeding truck. It is unclear what affected the ambulance's arrival. Luckily, members of the police were there to help transport the vendor in the back of a car provided by one of the onlookers. That EMT was at the right place at the right time. And in this week's Tell Me Pastor, girlfriend too secretive about money. This week's writer says his girlfriend has been hiding all her financial affairs from him, even though he pays most of the bills in the home. He said what's worse is she doesn't even want to help with some chores around the house like cooking and cleaning. It's so bad that the writer had to go to his girlfriend's daughter just to find out how much she makes, and then he made a budget outlining how they could spend the money together. What do you think? Is the boyfriend too nosy? Was he wrong for creating a budget, or is the girlfriend really too secretive? Let us know in the comments below. And that's it for this week's StarCap. Remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Jamaica Star and on Twitter at Jamaica Star. I'm Jaleen. Until next week, keep reading the Star, the People Paper.